I got him asking, what does she do? I do everything. I move everything.
Let me just be telling y'all my business, but just a little bit. As far as like situations that I feel comfortable expressing. But the reason why I talk about certain stuff that I'm dealing with is because I want other people to, if they've experienced it, maybe comment and say I've been through that too, or, just being personable. But this guy that I had an encounter with, like, on a night where I was like drunk or something. And this was like 4 or 5 years ago. But I met him through a mutual friend. So I went out recently again and I ended up seeing him again. So I'm talking to him or whatever and we exchanged numbers. Now, the last time we talked, I guess I cut him off because he was inconsistent. That sounds about right though. But he now is like talking about, oh, I want, this is what I want, and da-da-da-da, and it sounds really like I want to force you into a relationship. That's not where I'm at, but I've never been there anyway, so that's not going to happen. But it's just weird because I just had to let him know we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. Like, I'm very serious about me being my relationship with God and not having sex until marriage. And so when guys hear that, they instantly like either they like, oh man, I can't do that, which I respect. That's cool. That's you. That's how you live your life. But how I'm living, I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? So I know that means something to God. And it also just me understanding my worth. But, everybody don't live their life like that and they don't understand that. I started realizing like, I was entertaining him with his conversation with, talking to me and wanting to whatever. I don't know what exactly he was trying to get to, but I'm just like, it's just weird to me that people still, knowing what you trying to do, they still gonna push on you what they want to do. And it's like, at first I kind of was complying a little bit, but not necessarily, because I feel like I was complying because I entertained the conversation to begin with. But I had to tell him today, like, nah, that's not where I'm at, and we gonna have to call it like a wrap. Like, we don't even need to be talking. You don't need to be asking me how my day was, none of that, because I don't need you to think that it's going to be nothing more, because it's not. So sometimes you just got to cut it so that it don't even seem like you trying to do nothing that they want to do. So it be the manipulation for me. Like, when people feel like you cutting them off and they try to play this like down road, like, oh my God, yup, okay. So you could be like, but are you okay? No, I'm good, G. Like, I'm sorry. This is where I am. This is how I'm living. And I can't allow nobody to take me out of that. This just means too much to me. Like, but I just had to say that because I just be confused by, like, people. It's some very manipulative people out here. And if y'all are not careful, baby, they would try you. And if you don't know no better, you would go for it. So you just got to pay attention. I think that was really the reason why I wanted to get on here. Because these men, baby, or boys to men, baby, they don't be right. And, they be having a lot going on and they be reflecting that off on you. And it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm drama free. I'm single. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my spirit together. And I don't need nobody getting in between that. If you're not coming to pour into me and help me spiritually, then I can't do nothing with you. And like, you not even trying to be on the same track as me. So we definitely can't do anything, sir. Like, that's just that. You know, I just had to say that. So, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I be going through a lot. I be going through a lot, okay? It just be in here. But now it's time for me to, like, release this because I cannot. Like, it's just too much. It's really too much. But I'm going to leave y'all with that. And that's that. That's that on that. Period. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Hi, we're out again. So today has been a very difficult day. Yeah. I had a family emergency, so this week has been very hard for me. And on top of that, our last video,
It was hard for others.
Yeah, it was hard for people, I guess, because we're Christians. Well, I don't guess. I am a Christian.
This is where we're going to La Luz. Ooh, it's cold.
We sit right over there. So, wait, you gonna record like that? Or should I come over there?
Yeah, you can be on the other side.
Oh.
No, because of the phone. If I put it on me, I'm gonna turn it like this.
So because of our last video, we got, like, rightfully so, we got, like, a lot of backlash because we're Christians, and I guess the way we were turning up wasn't very Christian-like. I'm not being funny, I'm being for real.
I know, but it's funny.
I don't know, so, like...
Y'all funny.
Are you a Christian?
Y'all funny.
Are you a Christian?
No, I ain't no Christian.
Oh, okay. Are you a believer? Yeah. So what do you?
I once was a Christian though.
So what happened? What made you not be a Christian anymore?
What you mean?
Like.
Off the record.
Oh, you're off the record.
Salsa for men.
What was you just saying? That's why I started recording.
About the salsa?
No, man.
About the dude. I'm saying that some guys now, they proclaim to be Muslim, but they don't follow the complete practice. I think it's just like, because that's like the new trend now. Everybody become Muslim. Like, So, with that being said, our neighbor, he was cool, but I could tell he probably was one of the people who just felt like he adapt more to that particular religion. But that don't mean that he follow all the practices. That's just like, you could say the same for somebody who's Christian. I'm a Christian, but I don't always do exactly what Christians do all the time. But in a sense, I feel like our religion says to us we have freedom and grace. Other people's religions, I don't really think that's like a thing for them for real.
So I wonder if that's not the thing, and we got freedom and we got grace. Why do people walk away?
Because I don't think a lot of people understand that part of it.
Because you'll hear you got freedom and you got grace, but then you don't feel like you got freedom and you got grace.
Yeah.
I know that's why I walked away before.
Yeah, people feel like people being judgmental and
Because I think I'm confused on, because I've been called judgmental for things that I know that God has called me to do. Paul in the Bible was called judgmental for stuff he had to do. But I don't know, like, cause am I less of a Christian if I go out? Or is it less pleasing to God if I go out?
that's what it is.
Okay. So what am I supposed to do, stay in the house? No, I'm serious, I don't know.
Nah, it's just like,
Because when I was standing in the house and doing all that, like, no, I was becoming a very religious person. It was
but I think it's the idea of like being able to be in different environments, but unlearning the behavior that you once had. So that's the tough part. Like,
Yeah, like being in this world but not of this world.
Yeah, that's what it means to be a Christian, and that's tough. Like, especially
Yeah, because
when you've learned so many different behaviors that are
that you feel like
against what you
yeah.
should be doing. So it's like, it's really just the thing for me is just really like it's always something. That's what.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Cause I don't really be knowing like I don't be wanting God to be like grieving and like sad. Like I don't want him to be sad. But he's sad looking at the world anyway. Now he's sad looking at me. That's a lot. That's a big burden to carry. Mm-hmm. So like, what do I do for he don't be sad? Cause I'm not gonna always make him happy. I don't know. Do I not go out? When I go out, how do I act?
Try.
But can I say that video from yesterday? I mean, well, it wasn't yesterday, but Vlogmas 5th, 6th, what was it? 6th.
What about it?
I still was actively trying to be a Christian.
But people don't know what that looked like. And I think that's the thing. Like, only me and you know what our journey looked like. You know what I'm saying? So for other people who have never saw us in that light, it looks like something else. And I think that's really what it is for real. Like, that just doesn't look like the godly way. Well, a lot of parts of it wasn't, to be honest, but at the same time, it's just like.
So what I need, that's where I become logical, and I'm not a logical person, but I become logical because then I start thinking like, okay, I need a list then. No, like
no, I get that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, what is bad? What is good? God.
But so then that's what they say. Well, you got the word to help you to decipher that.
Okay, well I need to read it. I guess I need to read it.
Strawberry.
Is this okay?
Mango.
Okay.
Yep, as long as you ain't drunk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, guys, thanks. Thank you. I'm nervous. What we drinking?
Huh?
I'm nervous that we drinking. These are margaritas. This is why. No, I'm not. I don't know what to do.
Good morning. So it's actually like 4 or 5 something in the morning, and I just woke up out of my sleep. I woke up to a video of what it means to be a true Christian. And so, yesterday, me and Alexis, we battled with that. Like, we were wrestling with the idea of that. And our most recent video, my most recent video that also included Alexis, we weren't behaving in a Christian way. So we went out to eat yesterday. We talked about it, and we really wrestled because, for one, it's just hard to do that. Like, in our reality, I mean, I don't know if people really understand it, but it's tough. When you are trying to live for God, it's very tough because it's a constant battle. Just our behaviors and, the music that we listen to doesn't always glorify God. And I could admit to that. I've always been like pretty numb. And so that particular way about me was obviously a part of the relationship that I've had with God, because a lot of the relationships that you have with people will also reflect the relationship that you have with God. So in that, I'm starting to learn that, or I did learn that I was very blah with God. Like, and it's so amazing to me because God is so faithful. like regardless. And I think that's the baffling part. Like, you could literally live your life and do nothing correct, and God is still faithful. But it's also because God knows your heart. And I just thank God for knowing my heart, because my life don't always reflect a Christian lifestyle. And that's hard to say, but it's true. And I understand that we all make mistakes, so a lot of times we all have slip ups and falls or whatever, but we was just so conflicted yesterday. But God always bring you back. And I'm just in a tough space, like, in this very moment, because I don't know, like, what this will look like going forward. Because this is not the first time, and it won't be the last, but, like, I think I'm just over, like, the cycle of sin. But it's not easy. And for anybody who just is in this place, like, I just encourage you. One of the things that I lacked was making God a part of, like, every part of my life. And that's because I didn't understand what that looked like. But it's literally like waking up, talking to God, asking God, like, is this what I should do? Is this what I should wear? Is this okay? Is that okay? And you know, when you live your life, you so used to being like, just randomly, when you wake up, of course, some people will acknowledge God, but other people don't. When you in this world, you just so used to waking up and putting on your clothes and leaving out the door and going about your life. And to be completely honest, you don't necessarily think about, oh, what would God do? What God want me to do? Like, stuff like that. So it's just really tough trying to unlearn behaviors, some like behaviors that you've had for years. And so I think that's really like the main struggle, is like truly becoming a new creature and understanding what that looks like. And it's so crazy because you could be saved for so long, but it's the sanctification process that is just like, oh my God, like every day is something new. Like, you're literally learning something new every day about how to honor God. And it's so tough because we naturally just want to be our own God. That's just a struggle. And I would just encourage people, just keep me and my friend in prayer, because this is tough. And I'm thankful that somebody reached out to us, but at the same time, I just sat back and thought about it. I've been crying the same thing for so long, and nobody reached out and said anything. I've been saying for months, I'm in a blah space. But it took for a video of us behaving in a manner that wasn't godlike for people to reach out. I can't sit up here and act like that don't bother me, because it just seems a little weird, But I'm grateful that that person decided to reach out. But it's like, people have been watching us for the longest. Like, when I was making videos about me struggling, nobody was reaching out. It's all a part of God's timing. That's cool, but I just can't negate my feelings. This video is really just like the sequel to the other video, but it's more of a, what did you learn from that? And it's so crazy because, like I said, you could literally be doing and behaving in a way that is not pleasing to God, but God will still bless you. Like, I'm a living witness. Even in this moment, like, That is baffling to me. But I just encourage anybody to keep going and get some help. Like, get some strong people who love God around you. Really wrestle with God with your thoughts about who you are and how you could be better. It'll really help you. So with that, this is the end of the video. And I don't really know what this will look like for other people, but I hope that you're encouraged. I always wanted my YouTube channel to be a journey. And I realized that you can't make people a part of, they can't see everything. And that don't mean that I need to hide anything, but it just means that people just can't see everything, because that gives people too much room to create assumptions and jump to conclusions as well. So just to cancel all of that, it's just certain parts of my life that I guess that you guys will have to actually hear about as opposed to seeing. I pray that you all are blessed and being blessed and staying beautiful. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.